Shade 45 in the morning is Angela Yee, and 50 Cent is here.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here.
We've been trying to get you to come on for the longest.
I know, I've been laid back. I said, let me come when I got something important to say.
Oh, God. All right, please. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you this. Up here, everybody is Sirius XM. They were like, yo, maybe 50's mad at you or something because Rick Ross was on the morning show right when all the beef first escalated. I was like, why would he be mad? We didn't,
Yeah, you didn't start for no reason. He did.
Yeah, and he was saying some weird things like, oh, this guy gave me a look at the BET Awards. I was like, a look? You're beefing over, like, he looked at you funny?
They don't realize if you actually have issues. Like, I don't address people until I have an issue. Like, if they're saying something to me, then I'll respond to it. But I don't go looking for people.
Well, sometimes you might have started some things. Like,
Tell me one.
Okay, let me think. T.I.
You missed that. See, I didn't never say anything directly.
Okay.
I didn't have issue with T.I.
Because some people might say now, like, there were some, like, underlying tensions before.
No, well, me writing.
And then the Officer Ricky cartoon where T.I. is in that where they're looking, where Ricky's dreaming
that's humor.
about.
That's people being humorous. And I'm not actually making Officer Ricky cartoon.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you approve those before they go up? Do you see it?
No, not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? That actual cartoon is you know what they're saying? They're playing on the curiosity of people in general because they haven't seen anyone in T.I.'s situation or in that kind of case walk away with what he walked away with, like a year in community service.
So, like, what kind of deal was that?
Yeah, like within the federal guidelines, there's actually nowhere that you can show anyone else that received that kind of deal based on that.
And then, Foxy Brown. But you didn't really say anything negative about her.
Yeah.
Somehow she took it that way, or maybe she's trying to capitalize.
But that was a way for her to make you mention her name this morning. You see what I'm saying?
We mentioned Foxy a lot up
and
here.
And then it stops, like right afterwards. It stopped. It's interesting. Like the 48 Laws of Power is like a book that a lot of people actually read from, hip hop culture or the urban world, but their interpretations of it is different. They read the short of the actual law when Robert is the actual research. The significance in him taking the time to find parallels between situations that happen way back periods.
A lot of footnotes in that too.
Yeah,
you have
to support it. It's cool, like, to get a chance to see, the interpretation of it. Like, to give you an example, when it says, when you destroy completely, it can be interpreted two ways.
That's your favorite one.
Yeah, because they say, if don't shoot them, kill them. But one person will look at it and say, don't shoot them, kill them. Because if you shoot them and you hurt them, you fuel them to the point that they can actually be dangerous. And then another person will say, if this altercation isn't serious enough for you to kill them, then just completely avoid it.
How do you take it?
Don't shoot them, kill them.
I mean, what's your interpretation?
My interpretation of that is only in that way because I've been shot.
Right.
And then I've seen what type of energy it created from me.
I remember you used that in particular when you talked about the game.
Yeah.
And you said that was the problem, that was the mistake that you made, that you didn't destroy him completely.
What? A games project.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't because it was financially, he was earning money for me. You know what I mean? So like that was the thing that was in between me totally going after him. A lot of times the G Not campaign was going on without my interest, without me actually paying attention to it and figuring out a way to combat it.
Right.
Like I just let it go, let him go do what he was doing. Like
and some records.
And you see now he's changing his mind.
Right.
He said, I'm kind of low key riding with 50 on this one.
Well, I think a lot of people are, whether or not, they like you, you kind of are doing a better job than Rick Ross.
No,
right
they
now.
realize I'm not in the street. I'm right next to it. I'm a fire hydrant, but I won't be moving anytime soon.
All right, 888-SHADE-45 is the number. Call us up. 50 Cent is here. Of course, we're talking about Blood on the Sand, but there's so much more that I want to talk to you about. In particular, some more developments that have just happened. Shade 45 in the morning is Angela Yee. 50's here.
Yeah.
Early in the morning. So let's talk about Bingham Smurf, because now I see he's getting down with Rick Ross. What was your first reaction when you saw that Bingham Smurf which
Well,
I don't even know how relevant he is right now. But what was your reaction when you saw that?
Well, I wasn't surprised. You know, I got letters. I got like 3 letters that he sent to the office where he had turned Muslim while incarcerated and just wanted to make good, you know, in the actual situation. And it's with a person that he's in, he got deported. So he's not even in the United States. So the opportunity for you to even mention him is great. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So while he's out of the country and he saw an opportunity to try and say something. You see, now he raps. He's trying to rap.
Yeah, I noticed he had like an album or something. Like, I know somebody he was trying to get to be his publicist while he was locked up.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, he was preparing for that. All right, so obviously Tia has completely exposed, you know, Rick Ross at this point. And it's interesting to me because everybody, when they first saw the video, the first question people said, you think 50 hit that? Do you think 50 hit that?
No. We weren't intimate.
All right, so is there anybody that is close enough to you that you feel like they could possibly turn on you in that way? Because, you know,
well, I mean, no, it's not really. I don't see that, you know, anyone around me that actually do that. I think the people that were around that were willing to do things like that were disposed of. Like, you know, they could have potentially got bucked to do something like that. That's why it was so important that I removed them the way I did.
Right.
You know, when you identify with a person having interest in themselves and themselves only, you got to kind of get rid of them. You can't be playing a team player when somebody playing for themselves.
Well, what's your relationship now with Marquise's mom, your son's mother?
I don't have a relationship.
So you guys, that's not a concern to you. She would never do something like that, though. It seems.
I think that, like I've done everything possible in that actual situation. So her confirmation, her saying anything about me would just confirm the things that I've been saying to you to begin with.
Right. You've exposed it all and put it out there.
Right. Like there's everything's there. There's nothing else to really talk about. I mean, and then to shed light on it would just be for her to create more embarrassment. That she was going the wrong direction that far. You know what I mean? Like if you go, just to look at, like I'll tell you the difference between Rick Ross and 50 Cent is I was overpaying child support. I filed for myself to go to child support.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? In his case, he doesn't actually want to take responsibility for his child, which is probably more common than someone saying, you know what, you don't understand. Let me take you so they can show you that I'm giving you more than you're actually supposed to get. And her and I actually is not registering because she's using wrong information, you know, and feeling like she's entitled to 17% of whatever I'm earning because New York state law says that. But that only applies to someone who's earning up to $70,000 a year. Right.
Child support is also based on how much the woman makes, not
right,
just.
But if you go, it's like if you make $100 million a year, you're gonna get a kid $17 million a year. There's no lifestyle for that. Like, there's no way that you can actually fit that into a lifestyle to make that make sense.
All right.
You know?
No, I completely get it. But I do appreciate you coming by. I know you have a lot going on. Video game is in stores, Blood on the Sand. I'm going to find out some things about you because I never hear too much about your personal relationships, like with women and stuff like that. And I have a million questions, but next time I really want to sit down with you and get into that. Because in the past I've heard some things, and I heard some very good things about you, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've gotten some confirmations.
I'm interested in hearing those things, too, especially now that they're good.
I'll let you know.
All right?
J4550, thank you so much for coming.